SBM Live, subscribe to Speaking Boxing. SBM Live.
What's going on, boxing fans? This is Kenneth, SBM Boxing. From subscribe. We're here to talk some boxing, one of many boxing YouTube channels out there on YouTube. We cover all major boxing events, post-fight, pre-fight, even sometimes live. You got Mayweather, Canelo, Cotto, Pacquiao fights, you know, third round, fourth round, fifth round. We keep you updated. So if you want that live action, that live, raw, uncut, first time before anybody, we'll go ahead and let you guys know exactly what's going on. But like many boxing events at the little MGM house, George the Boxing Genius, Waukee Jose, Clyde the Godfather, Angel Chino Sanchez, Steven Tate, Suave, just a bunch of, we all get together and just, we've been doing this for years, watching boxing. Just speaking boxing, a bunch of boxing fans is considered a hobby. So a lot of people out there are sitting there writing me saying, hey, yo, what's up with these videos, man? You've been dying out. Look, I've been busy. I apologize to you. I might upset you and stuff like that, but I got priorities, and YouTube doesn't pay the bills. At least unless I'm diehard YouTube. But as of right now, like I said, it's just a hobby. That's it. I got things to do. You know, a lot of people also say, where you from? You from Texas? You from Cali and stuff like that? You from Seattle? No, I'm not from any of those. You know, I reside out of Miami now. I moved from Orlando, Kissimmee. George the Boxing Genius, that's where he's at, in Orlando, Kissimmee area. Matter of fact, he's been helping me out a lot, getting my house ready and shit like that. So I'm surprised he even made a video. He's a little. Anyways, what else is in Kissimmee besides stuff? You know, I even bought some Florida lager. It's pretty good. It's all right. It's like, it tastes like a Shop Top slash Blue Moon, but just with a nasty, rotten, orange, tangy taste. And what else is out in Kissimmee? I'll show you what else. I just got this to the mail, so I'm a little excited about it. No, I'm not taking this out for sales. What is it? Is annual passes, pass holders for Disney, for the family. And it's good for the kids. So if you've never been to Disney, MGM, Epcot, Magic Kingdom, Hollywood Studios, it's definitely entertaining. But anyways, let's go and talk some boxing. I'm not talking about Kissimmee. I'm not talking about Orlando. I'm not talking about Miami. Let's talk about this weekend of boxing. You got Adrien Broner. You got Adrien Broner. You have Lucas Matisse fighting. Good fights. Definitely good fights. All three fighters have to come out victorious. If all three fighters come out victorious, it's going to be a little bit exciting, that division itself. You got the former 3 division world title holder, Adrien the Problem Broner. He definitely has to come out victorious. You know, he has 1 loss, 28 wins. 22 coming out by way of knockout. He made weight. He came in at 140 today. Tomorrow night, he's going to go ahead and take on Emmanuel Taylor. He has 2 defeats, 12 KOs. Not as many, you know, KOs as Adrien the Problem Broner. 18 wins. But like I said, you know, he's gonna. It's gonna be a decent fight. It's definitely gonna be a decent fight. But Adrien Broner was at 147, which I'll get into that. Dropped down to 140. His last previous fight didn't look so impressive. Didn't dominate in dominated fashion like he was supposed to. But anyways, tomorrow night they're gonna take place at the U.S. Bank Arena in Cincinnati, Ohio. It's gonna be a good fight. Adrien Broner's, you know, in this fight, I can tell that, you know, Al Heyman, Golden Boy, they're trying to hype out this fight. They're definitely trying to hype out this fight. You know, the press conference and stuff like that. You have Adrien Broner just, you know, talking back and forth to Emmanuel Taylor, and just starts choking his ass out. You know, that's just basic, you know, trying to sell the fight for Showtime on the Showtime card. But, you know, advantages and disadvantages in this fight. I definitely going for the Problem Broner. I don't think Broner has any issues into this fight. I know his last 2 fights he didn't look too impressive. Matter of fact, his last 3 fights he didn't look too impressive. Even against Paulie Malignaggi, you know, a lot of people thought Paulie won that fight. But it wasn't in a dominating fashion like a lot of, you know, even though he skipped 2 weight divisions. But ever since that Paulie Malignaggi fight, he's been questionable. The Problem definitely has been questionable. But he's young. He's definitely young. He's like Canelo Alvarez and stuff like that. He's young. Matter of fact, he's a little older, but he's young, you know. He's 25 years old. And today he weighed in right at the light welterweight limit at 140. Now Taylor came in a little less, 139.5, which I don't know. You know, I think if Adrien Broner would have came in a little bit more heavy, Taylor's camp would have said something. But I have a feeling that there was just too much hesitation, too much of a pause. I have a feeling that it was probably like 1-2 pounds off, but they didn't want to say nothing. But it is what it is. Whatever. It's important it's an important fight for Broner. It's definitely an important fight. Why is it an important fight for Broner? Because I have a feeling that they're looking for him to take on Lucas Matisse. I would like to see Lucas Matisse. Lucas Matisse lost to Danny Garcia, came out victorious his last fight, put on a great performance his last fight, but he did lose against Danny Garcia. So if Lucas Matisse wins, Adrien Broner wins, that'll be definitely a good showdown for him. Adrien Broner needs to fight someone legitimate. Lucas Matisse is 35-3 with 33 KOs. Motherfucker just knocks people out, man. Just knocks people out. He didn't knock out Danny Garcia or anything like that, but he has some power. And who's Adrien Broner's advisor? Al Heyman. Al Heyman needs to put Adrien Broner against a quality fighter. That's it. He needs to put Adrien Broner against a quality fighter. Adrien Broner's not even fighting top contenders. He's not even top 10, top 5. He's fighting just, I think Emmanuel Taylor was, he's number 13 overall, ranked number 13. And it's not even top 10. So it's kind of like, holy shit. Al Heyman's just, instead of putting a quality fighter in him before he gets, he needs to fight someone quality before he gets a title fight. You can see a title fight. Broner wants to fight better opposition at 140, but Heyman decided to go ahead and put him against a lower class contender, like Taylor instead. My hat goes out to Taylor. Taylor's a good fighter, but still, Adrien Broner, come on, man, you should be fighting people. And a lot of people question Adrien Broner's ability. Adrien Broner's nasty. He's still raw. I don't think he's on Mayweather status, even though he convincingly. Says, they're similar. They're definitely similar, but they got different styles. I'm glad that he's not fighting in the Mayweather undercard. I think he's going his own direction. I think Adrien Broner's trying to be Adrien Broner. At least that's what he says. But in the back of his mind, he has that loss, so he knows damn sure, but he can never be Floyd Mayweather Jr. But he has the talent to be great, a good fighter, definitely a good fighter. His last fight, I think it was June. He fought Carlos Molina. I thought he was going to completely dominate, especially Carlos Molina. He hasn't fought in a while. He came out United decision against him. Marcus Vidana put on a shitty performance against Marcus Vidana. Marcus Vidana just completely annihilated him. United decision. Paulie Malignaggi split decision against Paulie Malignaggi. Even a judge gave Paulie around, and it was interesting. A lot of people thought Paulie won that fight. Completely, but he jumped 2 different weight classes coming in that fight. He jumped 2 different weight classes, and a lot of fighters can't do that. I think the last fighter who jumped 2 weight classes, and I'm not talking about Pacquiao, was attempting the fight to jump 2 weight classes, was Eureka's Gamboa. And he was supposed to take on, fuck's this guy's name? And the fight never happened. Damn, I just got a brain fart. Drew blank. Brandon Rios. He was supposed to take on Brandon Rios. And he didn't even show up to the fight. Bob Arum was pissed off about that. He didn't even show up to fight conferences or anything like that. Brandon Rios, he was supposed to, Gamboa was taking on Brandon Rios, and that fight never happened. That was the craziest shit ever, but, Gamboa was going to jump up 2 weight classes, but I think that's the last fighter I've ever seen do it. But, so it's a difficult task. But I give respect for Adrien Broner, jump up 2 weight classes, fought Paulie Malignaggi, won a title, and he was fucked at 147 because he has to defend that title. But anyways, weight classes down. I'm sorry, I'm a little tipsy and stuff like that. But he did. I remember he fought Gavin Reese. He had the WBC lightweight title, completely fucking TKO'd Gavin Reese. Antonio DeMarco. He had WBC lightweight title. This was like 2012, completely TKO'd in the 8th round. DeMarco. Escobedo, same shit, just completely annihilated him. Perez completely annihilated him. Rodriguez completely annihilated him. And the list goes on and on. No matter what, Ponce de Leon, United decision, but he put on a good fight on that one too. So the problem got skills. He's definitely a good fighter. So a lot of people question his ability. Why? Because at the 147 division. He's jumping down to 140. It's just a matter of just gaining confidence back. He's just a young guy. He's definitely a young guy. Maybe he got distracted. Hard work, dedication. He's been back in the gym, getting his composure back, getting his motivation, getting his confidence back. He has power. He has the boxing ability. He has defense. His endurance has been questionable from time to time. He's been a one-punch fighter. But I would like to see Adrien Broner come in and completely annihilate. Just completely go in there and just do his thing. Bring some problems to Taylor, because a lot of people think that Taylor's going to come out victorious in this fight. I don't see that happening. I think Adrien Broner is going to completely dominate in this fight. He needs to dominate this fight, and once he dominates in this fight, I think Lucas Matisse is going to struggle a little bit more than Adrien Broner in this fight. I think he's going to struggle a little bit more than Adrien Broner in this fight. Even Lucas Matisse, I think he's going to win the fight, but I think Adrien Broner is just going to pick him apart. And however Taylor wants it, I've seen Taylor fights. He's an okay fighter. He's not an AB class fighter whatsoever, but It depends as far as the distance wise. If they go toe to toe, I think Adrien Broner is gonna say good night to Taylor. If Taylor takes the boxing approach, I think Taylor's going to get outboxed. So it just depends on how Taylor takes the approach. I think the only way Taylor's going to win this fight is not so much trying to outbox Adrien Broner. If he fights a slow fight, Taylor's going to get outboxed. He's going to lose the fight. If he goes ahead and presses Adrien Broner, then he can pose a threat. He can definitely pose a threat, keeping that action, keeping him pressed, keeping him inside the pocket, just roughing him up, just like Marcus Padana did, and just keep going at him. That's the only way he has the opportunity to win. Other than that, I think Adrien Broner just has too much boxing ability and ring leadership just to completely dominate and control that whole entire fight. If it's at a slow pace, he needs to pick up that pace and use his reach, use his height advantage against Adrien Broner. But that just comes down to experience. And Broner's definitely, hasn't been putting on the fights that a lot of people want, but he's getting better. He's definitely getting better every single fight. He's learning every single fight, and that's what athletes do. Since he's been a little kid, he's been dominating. So it's nothing different. It's just being able at a higher level and stuff like that. You have to be consistent. You got to be able to change and adapt to make that proper adjustment throughout the fight, and that's what Mayweather does. And that's the biggest difference between Mayweather and a lot of fighters. Mayweather knows how to catch his composure, and knows how to control the fight, and knows how to change his style, change his approach. He doesn't have option A, option B, option C. He has D, E, F, and the list goes on and on and on. If one thing ain't working, he's making an adjustment. He's not sticking with it 6 rounds. No, he's constantly trying to find a weakness in his opponent. As soon as he finds the weakness, as soon as he throws a curveball and the motherfucker misses and realizes that he can't hit a curveball, guess what? Next pitch, bitch, you're getting another curveball. You're going to continue to get curveballs until you show me you can hit a curveball. And then once you hit a curveball, shit, I'm bringing the heat. I'm going to try to figure something else out. But anyways, guys, this is Kenneth, SBM Boxing. From request, subscribe. Have to watch Saturday fights. Have a good one. Let me know who you guys think is going to win. Adrien Broner